Miyamoto Musashi is known as the undefeated samurai, fighting in 60 duels and never losing. But what if the secret behind his success isn't just about being perfect? What if his strict way of living hides a dark side that might not be safe to follow today? Instead of just retelling history, this story looks at Musashi's last work, the Dokkodo, his 21 life rules. We're leaving behind the romantic image of a noble samurai. Instead, we ask tough questions. Was Musashi's way of life too harsh for our modern world? Can his old rules really fit into today's busy, connected life? Musashi lived a very lonely life. At 15, he set out on a dangerous journey called Bushido, where he fought many duels and chose to be alone. After beating his toughest rival, Sasaki Kojiro, he stopped fighting and lived in a cave to write his thoughts. One of his rules is, do not act following customary beliefs. This may sound freeing, but for Musashi, it meant cutting himself off from society. Can we really ignore all traditional ideas without losing touch with others? Some experts warn that both following rules blindly and rejecting them completely can be risky. Next is the rule. Do not collect weapons or practice with weapons beyond what is useful. At first, this sounds like a call for being efficient, but Musashi's life was all about fighting, and his simple way of carrying only what he needed was tied to his violent way of life. This makes us wonder, are our everyday battles at work, in relationships, or online really like the life or death fights of a samurai? Or are we mixing up ideas from a very different time? Another rule, do not fear death, was vital for a warrior. But in our world, a little fear of death can help us stay safe. Without it, we might end up being too reckless. Then there's honor. You may abandon your own body, but you must preserve your honor. In Musashi's time, honor was more important than life itself. But what does honor mean for us today? Is it smart or even safe to follow a strict code that might push us to dangerous extremes? History shows us that extreme honor can sometimes lead to very bad choices. Musashi's record of over 60 wins was built on a life of strict focus. His final rule, never stray from the way, tells us to stick to our path no matter what. But what if staying on one path makes us miss other opportunities? Musashi gave up family, community, and a balanced life in his pursuit of mastery. Was this sacrifice really worth it, or did it cost him a chance at a fuller life? Musashi's Dokkodo gives us strong lessons about discipline and focus. But instead of taking these rules as perfect, we should think about them in today's world. Maybe the best way forward isn't through strict isolation and perfection, but by balancing hard work with connection and care for others. What do you think? Are Musashi's rules still useful, or are they a harsh relic of the past? Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video if it made you think, and subscribe for more stories that challenge old ideas.